name is Behalings and my metric numbers is 292242. Today I would like to present about Malaysia's Independence Day, which in formative speech types is events. I think all of you guys will think that Malaysia's Independence Day is a one-day public holiday. But in my opinions, I think that Independence Day is to remember all our citizens to appreciate ascenders that sacrifice their lives and pursuit of sovereignty so that we have our nation today. Every year, the themes of Independence Day is different. For 2024's Independence Day theme is Jiwa Merdeka, which means Spirit of Independence. Later, I'll show you guys videos on how the Tunku Abdul Rahman declares the ceremonies on how they declarations of Independence Day. Next. On 31st August, this year, Tunku Abdul Rahman all the 20,000 witnesses to us, which includes Malaysian states and some of the participants. And Tunku Abdul Rahman shouted about 7 times of Independence Days. So before the 30th August, the days before the ceremonies, we can note that the Union Jacks, the flag is down and the Malaysian Union flag is up, and the anthems of Negaraku was played. This means that we end of British colonial rule and our national is independence. Next, I will continue with introductions. To understand the fabrics of a nation, one must step into the pivotal moments that shapes the identities of a nation. For Malaysia, a nation with a rich historic countries, one such defining moment is Independence Day celebrations. Just imagine that there is Malaysian people that try to stop the free from chains of colonial rules. It was not simple to pursue the authorities. It was just like a people that provide a testament to the resilience of the humanities. Independence Day was observed on 31st August 1957. It shows a spirit of courage, determination, and a spirit of reverse. According to Muhammad Ali, he says that he who's not courageous enough in life will accomplish nothing in their life. So just like the people in Malaysia, they pursue sovereignty. Today, we embark on a journey on how the historical event and the cultural significance that has Independence Day. So we can get insights into how our nation from the shadows of colonial rules to the rights of independence. Next is bodies of central ideas. The first body of central ideas is historical events of Malaysia's Independence Days, which relates to British of colonial rules. Independence Day is also called Hari Merdeka, which means the end of British colonial rules. British has been colonized our nations for many centuries due to the strategic positions and valuable resources, and has been colonized various European powers such as Japanese, Germany's, Portuguese, and so on. British also imported various of workers such as Chinese and Indians. This totally leads our nation to become a multiracial country and change our system of education, laws, and governments. Thus follows by the World War II, the nationalist movement spreads out. The negotiations of independence was led by Tunku Abdul Rahman, and this totally makes our nation from the British colonial rule to self-governance. The journey to independence was how Malaysian citizens made collective efforts to weaken the British colonial rules. And the second significant is historical events show a spirit of unity. This is the the Independence Day is how Malaysian citizens they work together to fight against the colonial rule to the ethnics such as Malay, Chinese, Indians. They work together to weaken the roots and with the Japanese occupations in World War II. So now our nation become more peaceful. The second central idea is the significant influence of Malaysia'S. The Independence Day shows that how Malaysians that embracing the unknowns. Just we can learn that the Independence Day make us have the courage and face of the uncertainty. Without these two sentiments, our nation will become stagnant. And this shows Independence Day is how Malaysian citizens they work together to fight against the colonial rule to the ethnics such as Malay, Chinese, Indians. They work together to weaken the roots and with the Japanese occupations in World War II. So now our nation become more peaceful. The second central idea is the significant influence of Malaysia'S. The Independence Day shows that how Malaysians that embracing the unknowns. Just we can learn that the Independence Day make us have the courage and face of the uncertainty. Without these two sentiments, our nation will become stagnant. And this shows that how Malaysia now becomes more peaceful and so on. And the second is the pursuit of sovereignty. Just now I can say that according to Muhammad Ali, so means that we need to be brave enough to pursue sovereignty in our life, just like we need to take personal risks for our personal growth and so on. And the third is declarations of independence. On 31st August 1957, Tunku Abdul Rahman's visionary leaders stand at the heart of Malaysia declares the Independence Day. He echoes his voice and shouted 7 times. And he also explains about the historical events and how the collective efforts to fight against this is the events that occurs that days. Next. So now the question is, how usually Malaysians will celebrate Independence Days? Usually, Malaysia will celebrate Independence Days each year. And now I will continue with small videos. Usually, Malaysia's Independence Days will continue with parades, flag raising ceremonies, and the performance and so on. This usually will house at the Dataran Merdeka in Kuala Lumpur, and they have a lot of performance attires, performance by teachers of athletes, that by our militaries and community groups. Through these celebrations, we can have the spirits of patriotism and so on. Usually, our nations will decorate it with Jalur Gemilang flags, and they will decorate their cars with banderas, and our house outside will also have the flags and so on. Usually, we also have the concert and the fireworks shows on the Independence Days. This shows that how collective efforts that how Malaysians can celebrate these days. Besides that, the celebrating Independence Days also can preserving heritage. This shows that how Independence Days, the younger generation nowadays will have the essence of these days, and they will remember the Independence Days. Next. In conclusions, to go towards the Independence Days, it shows how Malaysians they have courageous and face of uncertainties. This celebration is not just observed on the past; it's just like how they become spirits of determination and the courageous. According to Neil Gaiman, make curious, amazing mistakes. Make mistake, nobody studies has even made before. This means that how we Independence Day is the imperfections of last times, and now we become more perfect, and we need to learn from now so that our nation will be more peaceful. That's all from me. Now let us continue the Q&A sessions.
I will take it.
What is the difference between Malaysia Independence Day and Malaysia Day?
Malaysia's Independence Day is usually celebrates on 31st August, and which means the independence of Malaysia's days. And Malaysia's Day is usually celebrated on 16th of September, which means form of Malaysia's when the Sabah, Sarawak, and Singapore join.
Can I have one question? Oh, yeah, I think it's better.
I have to ask how to practice the spirit of patriotism among students.
Okay, we can see nowadays that the spirits on students is become lower. So the local authorities of school, they can help the competitions and singing and writing essays on the themes of the Independence Day, so that they can have more spirits on this.
No questions.
Perfect.
Okay, last question. How can the community can show a simple way to show their independence of the nation? What are the example?
They can raise the flags and sing together the anthem of the Arab.
The question is answers very very understanding and details.
Boleh